everybody in YouTube world, my name's Courtney. I am 23 years old, recently applied to the Disney College program as of Thursday. Passed my web interview and phone interview this Monday night at 10. I am a senior in college, my last semester, finally. It took 6 years, 5.5 years, 6 years, something like that to get here. I don't know, I started college in 2007, so I'm an elementary education major at Wilmington University. See? Yay! And I am student teaching right now with third graders and don't want to talk about it really because I might cry. It's hard. Really, really hard. But yeah. I really don't know what I'm doing with this or what to say since this is my first vlog, but I thought I would give it a try to let my fellow potential college program friends to kind of get to know me a little bit better because I don't speak up that much in the chats. Usually it's at night after I'm student teaching and I just kind of sit there like I'm dead kind of thing. And it's Saturday right now, so woohoo, we're halfway through stuff. Hopefully we find out soon. I grew up going to Disney. My first Disney trip, I was 4 years old, and for the most part, I've gone every year since then. My last trip was in February for Valentine's Day, my birthday, and my boyfriend's birthday, which all three of those events happened within 12 days of each other, so it was a nice trip. And my next trip is 3 weeks from yesterday. I'm excited. I'm running in the Tower of Terror, yeah, Disney. Obviously, it's Disney. In the Tower of Terror 10-mile race. And doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Friday night. The race Saturday with the Villains Bash afterwards till 4 in the morning in Hollywood Studios. So excited for that. And then I'm going to the Food and Wine Festival on Sunday at Epcot for my friend Claire's birthday, which is the day before Epcot's 30th birthday, which is really exciting. It's about as close as I'll probably ever get to the milestone birthdays, like being on the date. I would have loved to have gone to Magic Kingdoms last year, but oh well. So yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit about the application process, because that just happened for all of us, and we're, halfway in through it. The apps dropped on September 6th, and like a lot of other people, I was up until midnight. I wasn't in the chat because I didn't have Uvu at the time. I only had Google, and they had switched. But I was up online talking to some people on Facebook. It didn't go up like we all wanted it to. So I went to sleep. I know other people stayed up and waited till like 3 in the morning, which was West Coast midnight, just to see. But I had to get up the next morning for school because I drive like 30 miles to my placement. So I did that. I went to sleep. The next day, well, a few hours later, I guess I should say, I got a text around 9:30, I guess it was, from my friend Chrissy, who was, fingers crossed, my potential roommate. And she was like, apps are up, and I'm like, oh, I can't get to them. I am in a classroom with third graders, 23 of them. So, whatevs. It was kind of like, that sucks. But I managed to get my application in during recess while they were outside. Well, was it outside? No, we had indoor recess, so they were in the next room over because we had free recess for our room. So I got the application in then. I got my thank you for applying letter like 20 minutes later, and about an hour to 2 hours after I applied, my email came in with, here's your WBI. Go apply. You have 5 days. And I kind of looked at it like, I can't apply yet. You suck. And pull off the Michaela look. Now I can't do it. There we go. And we had open house that night. It was a long day. You get there at 7:30 in the morning. Didn't get to leave until after 8 o'clock at night. Long day. So I got home around 9 that night. And first thing I did was turn on my computer and start the app. Well, the interview. I was talking to my boyfriend, like, on my way home, freaking out because I was really nervous. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't have a plan if this doesn't happen. I'm not lucky like all the other kids, like most of the other people applying who will still be in school in the spring, who'll have more classes they can take. My graduation date's January 27th. I might be at graduation, I might not. We'll see if I can get off. I plan on, actually being in Disney before that date if I get that option. But I don't have any other plan, and I was really worried about it. And, my boyfriend, being a boyfriend, was just like, no big deal. We'll just make up another plan. And I'm just like, you don't understand. My future, my dream, must happen. Like, I've always wanted this. So, I get home, and I turn on the computer, go right to the app, to the interview, and start it. I get through the pre-interview candidate stuff, like are you male or female? Are you over this age? Are you, white, black? I wanted to put that I was purple. There was no purple option, and I'm not really purple, but whatever. And then the actual interview started, and I got stuck on one question, and that was you're watching a 5-year-old who is hammering, and he hurts himself. And I'm just looking at it like, why does a 5-year-old have a hammer? Anyways, did I give it to him? Was it a real hammer or a plastic hammer? If it was a plastic hammer, he wouldn't have hurt himself anyways, because they're plastic. You really have to bang it hard to hurt. And he's 5. He's not going to be banging it that hard. So it has to be real. And I was watching him, I would not have given him that hammer. So his parents gave him the hammer then? Or let him have the hammer? Which, if that's the case, then they're stupid and don't deserve to be parents. Can you tell I've been holding this in for a few days? But yeah, seriously, if you plan on giving a 5-year-old a hammer, don't have a child. The world will be better off that way. It's the truth. But I'm like looking at all the responses that I can choose from, and I'm just like, I just want to take the hammer. Let me take the hammer. Where's that choice at? There's a lesson to learn from this. Teacher mode. Full out teacher mode. Because that's ingrained in my brain. And like all the choices, all the responses pretty much, for the most part, from a teacher's point of view, were right. So I kind of just like sat there looking at it like, I don't know what to choose. Like just like staring and being like this at my computer like, oh no. Exactly. And it timed out. So I missed that question completely. I still don't know what I would have chose though. Because I kind of tried to get my mom and be like, Mom, what do I choose? Because I don't know. And she took forever to come to my room. And so it timed out before she even got here. And I was just like, oh, I missed it. Thought it was the end of the world. It was. And then I went through and did the other questions where it was just like, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being all the time, 2 being never, yada, 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 yada. Is this you? Type of thing. Sorry. I'm multitasking and looking at our college program Facebook group and the weather, apparently, because that's up too. Huh. But yeah, so I'm like going through those questions and I'm just looking and I'm like, absolutely, absolutely, without a doubt. Like, seriously, do you know me? Why are you asking me these questions? Obviously. Because all of those, I'm just sitting there looking at, I'm like, well, I have to be a multitasker for teaching. I have to be positive in a difficult situation because I can't, like, even if the kids are frustrating, I can't sit there and go, "Ah, you're frustrating me." I can't do that. I have to remain calm and be like, give me five. You are really frustrating me, and I don't appreciate this. Like, I have to keep my voice calm, and I always have to be smiling, and I'm just like, I hope they don't think I'm lying about my answers because I'm not. I'm not trying to impress them. I'm just being truthful and being like, yeah. And then, not gonna lie, a couple of the questions, I just kind of looked at them and I'm like, are you assertive? And I wanted to look for a Fluttershy response because I watched My Little Pony. True story. I love Tara Strong, so I love My Little Pony. But I wanted to look for the One Pony Fluttershy because there's an episode dealing with her needing to be more assertive, even though I'm the opposite of Fluttershy with that because she's shy. I'm not. Obviously, by the fact that I'm sitting here talking to my computer for the world to see. Speaking of videos, if you look to that way, I guess it's that side, unless the video flips and then it's that way. But it should be that way. Under my videos, there is a video from last year, if you really want amusement, by my friend Eric, my boyfriend Dan, and myself during Hurricane Isabel, right after a tornado warning came through. And I'm afraid of storms, especially tornadoes. They freak me out. Freak. Like, extremely. There was clouds forming earlier, and it started thundering, and it was pouring, and I was just like, oof. I think I actually have that video on my phone. I do. Should try to cut it into this. I'll see what I can do. I'm new at this. I don't know how to edit or anything yet. So, this might just be one continuous rant. We'll see. And it's already like almost 15 minutes, I guess. No, 12, 18, 19, 20, 22. It skipped 21. Not nice. Anyway, Monday is going to be long for me because I'll be in the classroom all day. I am teaching my first lesson officially, and it's called our morning meeting. So I had to do a greeting with them where all the kids greet each other and they sit in a circle and they're just like, good morning, so-and-so, I'm glad you're here today. Oh, good morning, so-and-so, I'm glad you're here today. Yay! Like, seriously. And then we're doing an activity, which I'm excited about, because it's a rainstorm. Even though I don't like real storms, I love this storm, because it starts off and they're like going like this, and they go, and then you go, and then it's, and then you pat your legs, and you're like, and it goes around the circle like that, like you do each one individually, and then it goes back down. It's awesome. We do it at camp every year. And I saw it, I was like, oh, camp activity, what? Yeah. So that's Monday. And then after that, my kids are testing all day long with a Delaware standardized test. I'm just like, low blow, kids. Low blow. That sucks. A big time. Because they had to stare at the computer all day and do a test. And it's just reading. Because next week is math, I think. I don't know. They have to take this test like 3 times this year. And it kind of sucks and is really, really, really crappy for them. So yeah. We're going to do introductions, ready? Because if you just watch the other video, you'll only see him with his shirt off because he's streaking behind us. He likes making fun of people. But this is Daniel. Look, I can see my reflection. That's Daniel. That one, right there. This one. That side's me. See? I love this picture. It's cute. I was actually a year, 2 years before we started dating. I don't know. I lost track. Yeah, thought I'd introduce him. Maybe one day he'll show up on here. But yeah, so this is my first vlog ever. Still don't know what I'm doing. But I think I will do this again. Because I kind of like this, the whole talking to a computer thing by myself. So other people around the world can look at it. So make sure you subscribe. And if I figure out how to do all the writing things that say like stuff on the video, I'll put the Twitter and the Instagram and the Tumblr on here. And my blog, because I have a regular blog, which is for running. So I'll do all those. And my next vlog should be about the phone interview and how it went for me and like what questions I got asked and everything. Probably not that night because my interview is at 10 o'clock at night and my alarm is set for 5:30 every morning. I hate mornings. I'm such a night person. It's hard. The nice thing about today was I got to sleep until like 8:30. It was wonderful. But yeah, I'll do a vlog about that. And then I'll do something about my trip in a couple of weeks. And of course, I'll do one for when I get accepted and following the transition down. And I have dogs. I just heard one bark. You'll meet them at some point, I hope. Yeah. And I'll continue this while I'm down there too. But for now, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear about. And see you real soon. Have a magical day.